In this video, we take this beautiful Defender 110 to Bela Bela on a nice road trip. We packed it up nicely in the morning and then we dropped off our kids, and then it was time for the adults to go have fun. But how did we arrive? We arrived in style in this Defender 110. We also did some on our arrival. We got greeted by some uninvited guests, but we settled in. We'll get into that. For now, yeah, boo. So we took this Defender to Bela Bela with our friends. So stay tuned and sit back, relax, and enjoy this beautiful vlog as we do this unusual unpacking of this beautiful Defender 110. I'm gonna tell you about all the features you need to know and all the bells and whistles about this car, and I'm also gonna take you through our room tours. And this place was so nice that we ended up finding ourselves at reception in the morning, extending our stay. All in this video. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. In a world where adventure knows no bounds, one vehicle has been constant companion to explorers, farmers, adventurers, guys like Kingsley Holgate, and many other legendary people. With a legacy spanning over 70 years, this iconic 4x4 has been tested in the harshest of environments and has always come out on top. That's the Defender right there. This car was born in 1948, and the Land Rover series was designed to be a working, capable vehicle that is going to be withstanding the toughest conditions in its ruggedness, reliability, versatility, and obviously it quickly made it out to be a favorite amongst the miners, the farmers, and even the British military. And today we find legendary Land Rover with more ruggedness, more luxury, more technology, more quality, and it still kept its original shape. The silhouette still looks similar, very much the same from the Defender 90, Defender 110, as well as the 130. They all still look good. This one here that we have, it ticks all the right boxes. I call it the sweet spot of the Land Rover. But without further ado, let's take it on a road trip and let's explore the features. So from here onwards, it was a journey of 200 kilometers that we were about to embark on, and we started loading the Defender. If you're wondering how much space does this Defender have, you've got plenty of space here at the back, and also you've got rough material that's there. If you're wondering what's in those bags, because this car is a plug-in hybrid, so it runs on engine as well as electricity. You've got your chargers at the back, so you've got two types of chargers. But where do you charge? You charge on the side of the car there. So this car has what looks like two fuel tank caps. One is on the left, one is on the right. I think they're nicely placed. And the other one is you can use it when you are at the mall to charge, like at Mall of Africa and all of that. If you see the socket goes onto the wall and the other one goes onto the car. This car's boot space offers 696 liters with 5 seats, and then about 1,759 with the rear seats down. So this is quite huge. But this specific one, because it's a plug-in hybrid, the other row cannot be there because it's taken over by the batteries. Also, from that battery, you can get a maximum of 51 kilometers from that battery. It's not a lot, but it gets the job done. As you see there, this car does have ISOFIX points at the back, and the kids are not bored because they've got this massively huge panoramic sunroof that they can keep themselves happy with. The kids were dropped, and now the adults were on their way to have fun. And fun was had, and also fun was had even in the car because all that joy comes from that 19-speaker Meridian surround sound system. This is a banger. This car has full 19 speakers that includes a subwoofer that you can electronically control onto the cluster, on the infotainment system when you want to reduce the equalizers and all of that. That's not all. You do have your charging points, wireless charging, and you also have an entire fridge in the car. So if you put your drinks in there, they're going to get cool. So when you're driving on the road, you're going to have your refreshments in there. Obviously not alcohol, because we are safe people. You do also have wireless charging there if you don't want to use the Type-C socket that's in front of the passenger there. There's also 2 more Type-Cs at the back. This car is producing 297 kilowatts and 640 Newton meters of torque. Let's launch. Now that's what 2-point-something million should get me. Guys, being a content creator is hard. You have to drive back and go fetch the person who was recording you when you're driving fast there. But I promise, one day we're gonna buy a drone and we're gonna give you proper shots.
Ooh. Some gourmet shit.
I don't have to save anything much more. The car can comfortably carry its own weight, and your weight, and your passengers, and your luggage.
So the journey continued into the Zabula or Mabula region or Mabula area, where you've got Zabula Park. This park has quad biking, it has play areas for kids, some lappers for December parties if you like. And we had booked a 4-bedroom house, which cost us a couple, wait for it, only 1,100 per night per couple. So meaning for 2 nights, we would have to pay about 2,200 rand. But remember, we're just here for 1 night and we were just hoping that it just stays like that, unless if a lot of more fun was going to be had. This park also has one of the best golf courses you can find in Limpopo. So yeah, stay tuned as you see that we unpack this place. Also, please take this moment to subscribe if you love the video so far. And please share it, like and comment, and give us a review of how you think we can make the content better. And I did promise that I will make it better. So yeah, arrived at Zabula, and we're just gonna be here for a night. We actually arrived here quite late. We're supposed to arrive here much earlier, but it's all good. Our friends are still on their way, so we're gonna have a little braai. So I'm gonna also show you a bit of that, just to mingle. Also give you a bit of a price breakdown, and let me know in the comment section if you want me to do that for most of the places that we go to, like, so that if you want to go on your own, you can go and visit. Thank you. Hey, short.
What's up? Good, how are you?
Which one is this one? Now we got the keys and we're heading into our villa, and we noticed there was an entire landing strip here. I never knew this. People have money, guys. Also, there was this small military aircraft, or military looking like aircraft, that was there with the Netherlands flag. But nevertheless, we were there in our cars. Also, if you look at this rear view mirror, it's actually a camera showing you what's behind us. Also, my cousin's car is beautiful, hey? He drives an M340i from F30 series, and it's one of the best cars that you can buy. Also, because it was a bit dusty, I remember that the car has a functionality where you can check the air quality outside of the car, because we're driving on gravel road. But luckily, it was still okay. Also, there's an option for you to purify the air that's inside of the car. This Zabula Lodge or Zabula Park, it's very huge. I don't think they have the big 5, but they have all the other animals you can think of besides the vicious ones, the vicious cats and all of that. So we are cruising nicely inside the compound or inside the park. I don't even know what to call this place because it's so big. But we had raised our suspension and we had to drive slowly, so we have to be cognizant that we were driving in a much more lower car behind us. And we had finally arrived at our villa, and this place, Caters 8 people. As I said, you've got 2 bedrooms inside of the house, and the other 2 are inside of the main house. But they're all equally good. They're all equally big. As we were welcomed by beautiful animals there, like a springbokie there. I don't know wild animals that well. You guys will let me know which one is this one and which one is not. But anyway, we were also welcomed by some of the uninvited guests we never thought will come visit us. We guessed it right, monkeys. These monkeys stole. The moment we got there, we opened our house, obviously, to open sliding doors to see what the house has to offer and everything. Little did we know that these monkeys were going to enter through those doors, because they saw that relatively, or you know what, we were caught off guard. They actually went into the kitchen and grabbed all the tea stuff, so your tea bags and the milk, specifically the milk. And then we made a mistake of going upstairs as well, which I will show you, and the same thing happened. But hey, let's welcome Majita. Hey man, those are some of the beauties of life, just listening to the chatter and the laughter of your loved ones around you. So this is the main house. This is where the lounge is. I really love how open this place is. You've got an open plan kitchen type of situation there. There you've got a nice dining table that we never used. You've got a big living area there with a small TV. Also, most of the stuff in this house are designed to stand the test of time, but they could do better with the TVs. But anything other than that, I'm enjoying this. There's a nice dining table there that I was pointing. You've got the kitchen there. You've got the fridge. And they actually made sure that we saw that it was actually, prudent for us to know every single time that we need to leave there at 10 in the morning. So check out at 10. They don't compromise when it comes to that. So let me give you a bit of a tour. So let's go to the outside, see how the outside looks. This is why I made a mistake. So when I opened here, the monkeys came inside of the house. And when they came inside of the house, I thought, this is a nice living area. We're going to come chill here, Brian, whatever. But I forgot to close this door when I went inside. So that was the Boma area, or the Brai area up there, where you can go check out. The house also has a pool. It's a pity that we went there in winter. It's still a bit cold, but Limpopo, it's usually a warm area, but there was no way we were going to jump into that cold water. There was a Brai stand there, which I think was really crucial, because had we not brought our charcoal, we were going to be in trouble. Okay, let me go show you where our bedroom was. It's a nice house. I think it was well thought of. There's a door here. So this first door that I'm passing is actually leading you into where the bathroom is, where I'm pointing to the left. And nice high roof with thatch. And we all know that thatch roof is considered to be very cool during the summer times, especially when it gets really, really hot. But it can be quite cold. But luckily there was an aircon. You've got a huge full bathroom here with his and hers basins there. You also have a huge shower, as well as a jacuzzi situation, or / hot tub if you like. And then you have this huge you've got this huge shower, which allows you to do many things in there. Big mirror, and again is the camera lady, aka my woman, my lady. Anyway, here's the second bedroom, where my cousin and the wife were sleeping. So we've got a huge bedroom here as well, big enough to accommodate, the 2 of y'all, or if it's a different situation, the 3 of y'all. And they've also got a huge bathroom, and there's also a toilet where if you are chilling there, you don't have to go to the outside rooms. I love the artwork there. I think that. And it was time to go and explore the rooms upstairs. As you can see up here, you've got a pool table, you've got a bar area, you've got all this big space for you to host your little enjoyment evening with the 8 of you guys. Obviously, this place does not allow parties, but 8 people can make their own party, which I think is really cool. At this part, it was time to unpack our bags and offload the car. But also, I forgot to mention that when we drove the car under the lapa there, under the parking shade, it was too high. So we had to drop the suspension using a quick button inside the car. We could push it down and the car would lower itself.
Yeah.
Here's a bit of a view of the boot space.
The boot space.
Boot space. We've got groceries, bags, and we still have room to load more bags up to here. And then this is a 5-seater, so 3 people at the back, but you could also put the seats down.
Yeah.
Guys, one thing about me, I love me some wildlife. And this place is very nice, remote, and it's also not too far from Joburg or Pretoria. It's about 2 hours from Joburg and about 1 hour, 20 minutes, 30 minutes from Pretoria, which is not too far. You could just go there for a weekend, every 2 months, every 3 months. I would love to go there all the time. Look at all this nature around you. It's a pity it's in winter, so everything looks like it's wearing a filter from a Mexican movie. But asikho lapho. Looking at down there, we got one of our friends to record us from up there, so it can give you a view of how the boma and the fire looks like from down there. I really enjoyed making fire down here, even though I had to teach my friend how to use a fire lighter properly. But otherwise, this was the evening and we're still expecting 4 more of our friends to arrive at this stage. It's these sort of sceneries that make me want to go away every weekend. Because, listen, here, you could forget about your phone, you could forget about this and that, and just sit there and watch wildlife roam around you and just take it all in, unwind from all the hustle and bustle of the busy cities. So we had so much fun the first night and we decided to get a second night, and we started the Land Rover. It doesn't matter which angle you're looking the Defender from, it just looks good. And I think it just looks even much more better when it's in its natural habitat of the wildlife like this. Look at this beauty. Oh man, I'm in love with this car. But you must also remember, every single time you decide to stay an extra night, sometimes you didn't bring enough clothes or you didn't even bring enough food. So as we see the Land Rover leaving now, the Defender, we're actually going out to replenish some of our food, some of refreshments for later on so that we can go and chill and relax. Obviously, we all can't drive this car. Some people have to sit at the back as passengers, but you'll be pleased to know that you got your own temperature dials or temperature controls at the back, as well as 2 USB-C ports where you can charge your phones, tablets, or any other device that you could be charging along route. At this stage, everybody was tired, but we all wanted to have a good time, so we prepared some food, had a couple of drinks because there was no more driving, and there was a bit of... Don't worry, if you are one of those advocates of wildlife, we kept the music nice and low so that it wasn't too loud for these guys here, so that they can enjoy their own natural habitat without listening to amapiano and everything else that we listen to as human beings. And this is why I love Zabula. Zabula will always give you, one of the most reasons why you'll go there is the wildlife. You'll have random animals just popping in by your house or your Airbnb, just nje. And I really love this. When you get a chance, travel a bit, even just local. And if you're wondering what the conversations in the background were about, it's one of those conversations where people are saying, you didn't take a shot, but I took 2 shots. I already took a shot when I brought these shots. My friends and I always have these arguments because no one wants to get to the finish line quicker than anybody else. But I guess that's what makes us friends. And that's why when you go back home after a short little trip, you get to reminisce about all these small moments when you miss one another, knowing that you spend time together. And I keep saying, you know what? Our generation of today, we are very lucky because spending time together can also be documented right on the spot without hiring a production company. We can record stuff on our phones and our cameras, and in future, we can show all these beautiful clips to our kids and our grandchildren. You know what? I am generally not a person who loves traveling in winter, But this time around, I enjoy it because when we think of travel, we all think of a pool. But hey, do you ever think of fire? Like a bit of a bomber like this, where you could sit there and enjoy the American dream of braaiing marshmallows. Or if you don't want that, you can take a little short walk and go see some zebras by the fence, or even, a small drive in a Defender and do your own little game drive. Would you just look at that? The sunset in the mountains of Limpopo. Here, the Defender suspension was highly raised to give you that extra comfort and the ground clearance you need when you do off-roading. The sad morning came when we needed to give back the keys to our villa and shortly after take a short drive back home. But while we were driving out, we remembered when you do off-roading and you are unsure of your surface, you can actually use a 3D mode in the Defender, and when you click the animation is impeccable, clean visuals. Well done to Land Rover for this part. And we can actually click and zoom and see where each tire is actually stepping on. If you want to see at the back or you're pulling a trailer, you can even do that, or in front if you really like. If you've watched the video up until this far, I actually do appreciate you watching the video. On this car, we actually averaged 12.3 to the 100, which is a bit steep, but I understand this is a huge car, a very capable car, but also with an additional 51 kilometers that you can get from the battery. And the nice thing is that the car can also charge itself by you just pushing a button, and it was going to continue to charge itself. At this stage, I had already accumulated about 10 kilometers that I can use from the battery. We're back home, and the Defender needs to look like this for you to realize that you actually have fun and you took it where it actually belongs. These cars are not just made for in-city driving, guys. That's why they've got so many capabilities and functionalities. Thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe and click the notification bell. I truly appreciate your comments and your words of encouragement. And we still take criticism on this channel so that we can make it better for you. Thank you for watching, and dango means thank you.